I can't really remember the time in my life when I truly felt confident about any of my decisions. At least, not until recently. I also didn't see myself as a communicator until not so long ago. Even though I've always been 100% introvert, it sounds like a contradiction, and maybe it is. But we humans are walking contradictions anyway. You can love talking and you still need time alone to recharge. Or maybe I'm just an undiagnosed ambivert. Since I was a kid, I wanted things that would put me in the spotlight. Music, theater, debate, journalism, art, entrepreneurship. But I also kept sabotaging myself, one opportunity after another. I felt wrong, out of place, like none of that was made for me. Maybe because I didn't see people like me doing those things. Maybe because the people around me couldn't picture me there. But I could. Still, I didn't do the audition for the Antigone, even though I memorized the whole monologue. I never learned how to sing and never took a business idea seriously until now. I think the first time I truly felt at peace, knowing I was in the right place at the right time, was when I got my level 3 Reiki Master certificate. I felt happy, I felt proud, and not even one doubt crossed my mind. Maybe that's just the Reiki doing its thing. But I can give all the credit to Reiki. If I had started 10 years ago, the experience wouldn't be the same. We change a little bit every day, and I spent most of my life improvising. Everything I couldn't live on the outside, I lived inside my head, telling myself stories, opening blog after blog, trying to belong among other girls who were writing too. But from where I stood, their lives always looked more interesting than mine. So insecurity came again, and I thought, why bother doing this work if someone else is already doing it better? Looking back, I gave myself too much importance and too little permission. I kept myself small just because someone else was already doing the thing. It's funny how I only started seeing this in the era of influencers, where everyone is saying everything all the time, everywhere. Now people crave silence, but can't stop touching their phones. 15 years ago, I used to joke that I lived on the internet. Today, any chance I get, I try to stay away, far away from it. Even though, surprise, it's not my work too. Whether I'm sharing my art that lives outside the internet or my podcast, which exists only because of it, or even opening another YouTube channel just to practice English, guilty. All of it still scares the insecure little girl living inside me. There must be something in the birth chart that explains why some of us are born this insecure. Or maybe it's just trauma, but I'm not a child anymore. Not for the last 18 years. And I want things that insecurity will never give me. Insecurity never gave me anything good. It's time to say goodbye and the only way I found to stop walking hand in hand with it was to build a desire to live, to make plans, to create again, and actually like what I was making. I don't think that comes with age. I think it comes from friction, from facing the world and liking the contact. The past 5 years have been anything but easy. Each one had its level of difficulty, and I don't think I've truly breathed until now, literally. There were moments I couldn't breathe. I had COVID, and I made a whole video about the cursed experience. Growing up doubting yourself messes with your head, especially when you don't have the privilege to be average. You give everything you've got just to be seen, but not too seen. Heard, but not too heard. You become intense, not by choice, but out of need. You see everyone has competition, not because you want to, but because you have to. And when something fails, you blame yourself twice as much. Because if you're not perfect, you don't feel like you even have the right to exist. How did I manage life being the insecure kid? I erased my own desires over and over because they felt too big for someone like me. It would have been awful to do theater and fail as an actress, but it would have been even worse to succeed. Some dreams change, that's natural, but some stayed, waiting for this exact moment when I could see 10 again, because now I can finally see myself as big as they are. And what changed? I'm not afraid anymore. Not of failing, not of succeeding, not of changing my mind, not even of being embarrassed. I learned that fear is just a door the insecurity doesn't want us to open. It says, don't look, what's behind it is ugly. But most of the time, it's just a scared little black cat waiting for someone to serve a bowl of water and maybe some food. From an insecure inner child to yours, open the windows in the fear room and let the light in.